What is up, FPG fam? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video where we have some exciting news to cover. I'm ecstatic and you've probably seen this news already, but I'm going to cover it nonetheless. And that is our boy Ayato got some buffs. And I would dare say this is a complete rework to his kit, an overhaul if you will. Now that may be a bit exaggerated, but they did a lot and there's some significant changes here. And I'm excited to talk about it with you all and get your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. We talked about it in the live stream earlier today, but I know a lot of you can't make it out to the live stream, so I thought we'd do a video and I can discuss it with you guys in the comment section. So let's go ahead and talk about it now really quickly. I am going to be extremely vague, so if you want to see this information for yourself, I implore you, click the link in the description down below to the Discord, join the Discord, get the Genshin Beta News roll, and then go under Genshin Beta News and you can see all of this information for yourself. And also remember that he's still in beta, so he can be reworked even more. He can get some more buffs, he can maybe get a nerf, which I don't think they'll do, or he can remain the same and come out as is, and I'd be a happy camper. Now, let's talk about what we have here. So first and foremost, he has some changes to his elemental burst, and I think they are changes for the better because it changes the way you're going to use them, and I think it's for the better because it makes him a little more fluid. It plays more into him being a main DPS. He still has the supporting capabilities. He's just really well-rounded at this point, and I think that's what miHoYo was trying to do, is point him more in the main DPS direction and make him more of that type of a character. So first and foremost, his elemental burst damage increased, which is extremely nice. But they did go ahead and change the passive of the bonus that you were going to get with the elemental burst. And if you know what it was doing before, and if you see what it was changed to because you joined the Discord or you went under Honey Hunter World, massive shout out to them, I think that bonus change is for the better, and I'll get into that here in just a second. His duration increased, so essentially he has 100% uptime on the elemental burst, which is incredible because the elemental burst is going to be very supporty because it's going to be applying the hydro very efficiently in the nice AoE. But with it also being 100% uptime and the change to the bonus, what this is essentially going to allow you to do is pop the elemental burst with Ayato and then pop his elemental skill to apply the taunt, and then you go into the attacks because he already attacked quickly. But I believe the bonus before was not applying to him, just excluding him and applying only to the allies. I believe now the bonus is applying to him as well, which is an incredible buff and a significant change. And now, because that's the case, which I believe it's the case, I could be wrong, but I believe it's the case that the bonus is now applying to him. He's now going to get the benefit of that. He already attacks fast. He's going to be doing even more damage. It's just incredible. Now, the energy costs remain the same, but that's perfectly fine. I know some people want that to be reduced, and I would like to see that, but honestly, if it stays the same, I'm okay with it because of what we're going to talk about here in just a second. But the elemental burst is just phenomenal at this point. I think it's absolutely incredible. I mean, damage up, bonus change now applies to Ayato, I believe, which is beneficial. Duration, 100% uptime. I mean, what more can you ask? Applying the hydro, large AoE, gonna synergize really well with cryo characters, taser comps. I mean, the list goes on and on. Incredible. Massive buff, massive change. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, let's move on to his passive, speaking about that. So one of his passives got changed. Before, based off of Ayato's max HP, you were going to get a damage increase percentage, right? They changed that. Now he's getting passive regen, energy regen, which is just incredible because I could already see one of the complaints that were going to be there when he released, if he released before the changes, was that his energy recharge is going to be an issue. His energy regen was going to be an issue. They were going to be people arguing or vying that he needs to have a battery with him. He's not that good. And the list goes on and on. You guys know the complaints that are already going to be there with characters that have energy problems. Basically, he was going to have energy problems. I could already see that being the case. But with this change to his passive, getting this passive energy regen, I think it's going to alleviate some of those problems. Now, we have to see how significant it really is, and you may still have to run a battery with them, but I think that this is going to alleviate some problems for him. I think it's going to be a great change. I like what they did here. Now, because they changed the passive, I no longer think with the artifact build you have to go in an HP percent sans. I think it might be a detriment if you do now. I think the way to go is an attack percent sans, and I can maybe go more in depth in a separate video when it comes to artifact builds if you guys would like to see that. But with that change, I think it goes towards that. But with the passive energy recharge, I think it's really nice. I like what they did there, and I will take it 100%. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Now, they did go ahead and buff the C2 for him by 10%, and then the C4, they did make some alterations there, and I like what they did with the C4. It's still a supporty C4, where it's still applying to the allies, and it's just a different way now. And I like what they did. I think it may be a little more beneficial in that aspect because what they did with the elemental burst. So I'm fine with the C4 change. Not bad at all. Basically what they did is they took C4, applied it to his elemental burst, and then what he was doing with his elemental burst, they applied it to the C4. It was like a flip-flop for the most part, if that makes sense. Once again, we talked about his base stats being updated. Did we talk about that? I'm not too sure. His base stats got updated. They got buffed. His HP got buffed and his attack got buffed. Defense got nerfed a little bit, but that's okay. No worries there. And then that was the Ayato buffs. Significant changes. Really caters more towards him being that main DPS because he's going to now have more on-field time because of the way you're going to utilize him. And because of that reason, the buffs and changes that they made plays more into that main DPS role. He still has the supporting capabilities within his elemental skill and elemental burst, and he still plays that good role, but he's well-rounded. He's doing more damage. The kit is more fluid. It's more comprehensive. It makes more sense to me, in my opinion. I like the buffs. I like the changes, and I think Ayato is shaping up to be arguably, hot take, top 3, top 5 best characters that you're going to be able to use in Genshin Impact. I know I'm hyping this character up. I can't help it. I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think. I'm just giving you my subjective opinion. I think he's going to be incredible with these changes. Now, let's talk about his weapon because his weapon got a significant change as well. And with these changes to his weapon, it is undoubtedly clear that it is indeed his best in slot. This weapon is cracked. It's nutty now for Ayato specifically because of these changes. And I mentioned this in a previous video. With them removing the mechanic that was within his elemental skill, would they leave his weapon the same because it was implicating the same mechanics and it just wouldn't make sense if they did? Well, they indeed changed it, and they changed it for the better, and it has become cracked. It become nutty, and you can see that information for yourself. Indeed, the best in slot. Now, I know some people are talking about with the passive being changed, is the Primordial Jade Cutter not really a top 3 weapon for him anymore? I still think it's a top tier weapon for him because it is for every character, one-handed sword user in the game of Genshin Impact. I think it'll take some testing to really see, but I think it's still a good solid weapon that you can put on him. I still have it way up there as arguably still top 5 best that you can put on him just because of how good universally it is. But undoubtedly, his best in slot is indeed his best in slot. There's just no arguing that. It's just, it's ridiculous. It's nutty. But anyways, guys, that is everything when it comes to Ayato in terms of the new information, the new things that we have for him. I like it. I'm excited. This character is looking incredible. He's looking to be, once again, in my opinion, top tier. But I want to get your thoughts. I want to get your opinions. And really quickly, let me say this. Whenever I talk about characters, especially Ayato and others, I don't want you guys to then base off of whether you're pulling or not solely based on me being hype and excited and what I have to say. You have to make that decision for yourself, and I always encourage individuals to wait, be patient, try the character out yourself, let content creators test them, see what his potential is, and things of that nature. I said that about Yae Miko. I will say this about Ayato. I had high hopes for Yae Miko. I thought she was going to be good. I never thought she was going to be like top 5. I never thought she was going to be cracked like Ayato's looking, but I thought she was going to be good, and she's good. She just has issues, right? She's satisfactory. She's a luxury. She's not a necessity. Ayato is appearing to be one of those characters that are arguably top 5 in the game, that is really well-rounded, has a lot of utility, has a lot of versatility, can do a lot of things that other characters can do in terms of being a combination of different characters. Whenever you have one character that can do what 3 other characters can do, you know you have something special. And I think Ayato is going to indeed be something special. But once again, You have to base it off of your own opinion and decide what you want to do. I'm just excited. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get on out of here. Once again, let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions, and we'll keep talking about Ayato and getting excited for him leading up to his release. And of course, we'll test them out extensively. Anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. Literally, I do mean everything that you do. My name is Cody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.